So hello guys, I'm going to show you how to make a Gen 4 OU team today. Gen 4 OU is probably my favorite and best old gen. I've been in a slump for it for a while, but I slump in it for a while, but I think I got good. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a team that's not as advanced as this one. That bases off of lead, or lead, core, wall, and revenge kill. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just make a new team because I actually like this team. So we're gonna go into new team right here, and I'm gonna give it a name. Yes, I do have 161 teams. Just call this Gen 4 for YouTube. And now we're gonna go ahead and select the Gen 4 format right here, and add Pokemon. Alright, so it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. And just so you guys know, I am this guy right here. I am Bird Jesus. That's me. Alright, so we're gonna let's go ahead and discuss leads. In Generation 4, your lead is going to be the thing that carries you through. You're going to want to have a lead because there's no team preview and stuff like that. Even with team preview, you have leads nowadays. But some of the best leads are Azo, right there. It's probably the best lead, to be honest. Metagross is really good because you can just come in there and set up Stealth Rocks and then do early damage. And one of my favorite leads is Heatran. And Heatran can fire off Fire Blast, Earth Power, it can explode, set up Stealth Rocks, Hidden Power. It's probably one of the best Pokemon in Generation 4 OU. Maybe the best. So, for the sake of simplicity, we're going to go ahead and use the Azelf because it's the easiest lead to use for newcomers. So, there are a couple different Azelf sets that we can look at, but today I'm going to be showing you all three of them. So, Stealth Rock and Taunt are really a necessity. And, oh well, wrong rock. So there we go. We got a Stealth Rock and Taunt there, and now there's a couple things Azelf can do. Most people with the standard set are going to run Explosion, and then X attack. X can be Fire Blast. It can be U-turn, right there. It can be Psychic. Or it could be something like Detect, where you're trying to bluff explosions against other Azelf leads. Then you have the special attacking set, which is Fire Blast and Psychic. And then you have my special set, which is Fire Blast and Hidden Power Ground. And this set is based on beating leads such as Metagross, Heatran, and other Azelf. It does beat other Azelf, trust me, it does. You can either run Hidden Power Ground or Psychic, but there aren't a lot of psychically weak leads besides Machamp, and Machamp's kind of slumped in usage some. So if you are going to run the set that I'm running, you want to run max speed, and max special attack. Okay, so then you're going to want your next Pokemon, and probably you want something that's offensive. My favorite offensive Pokemon for cores is Infernape. By far the best mixed attacker in the meta, and mixed attacker is really good because it counters Scarbless, and Infernape is the best Scarbless counter because it gets fighting and fire stab. So you can run in close combat and overheat as a standard Scarbless counter Infernape. Then you can run stuff like U-turn, Mach Punch, um, vacuum, vacuum wave, thunder punch, sword stance, or nasty plot, or a combination of your last two moves. For this, I'm going to be using sword stance and thunder punch because I like thunder punch. So then you probably want to go ahead and focus on your offensive core. Um, like Infernape is probably going to be a member of your offensive core, but your total offensive core is going to be defense, not defense, a special attacker and a full physical attacker. So for full physical attackers, okay, let's use Metagross. Since we have a Scarbless counter, how about we try a Gilagross, which is my favorite version of Metagross. Plus, we already have our Stealth Rock Setter, so we normally need that. Agility, Zen Headbutt. You run Zen Headbutt over Explosion in Gen 4 Agility Gross, whereas in Gen 3 Agility Gross you run Explosion. And then Earthquake. Earthquake is, that's how you're going to beat Trends. So yes, speed and attack does work. Now you're going to need a special attacker. There are plenty of special attackers in Gen 4. You can pick your pick. I'm going to go with because I really like Shaman. Or Shaman in general, so Life Orb or Choice Bed, so I'm going to go with Life Orb. Let me see this. I got highlighted there. Okay. Seed Flare. Is what you need. Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Firework. I prefer Hidden Power Fire on this team. So then I'm going to go with Air Slash, which is really good for one-on-one, Shaman Wars, Infernapes, Machaps, etc. And probably for your last move, you want to run Earth Power, in case you can pick up a snipe on Heatran or something. And now we get to our defensive Pokemon. Best defensive Pokemon in Gen 4, by far, if you only have one spot, is Crokin, which is Suicune with Calm Mind, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Surf. So we're just gonna run that. And we're gonna run Surf, Sleep Talk, Rest, and Calm Mind. Now this time, the recommended set that they give is not the good recommended set. You want to run Gold Suicune with that EV matchup. Like you want to run 4 in speed, but I don't really see why. And yes, I am going to go over how you can play out this team, either in a later video or the end of this video. So then we're going to have our Revenge Killer. Best Revenge Killer Gen 4 is Flygon. Because Garchomp is banned, Salamence is banned. Not a lot of good Revenge Killers. probably got highlighted and overused for Keldeo. Don't worry about that. I'll just check if you ever highlights. And, oh no, it's Rayburn. Yeah, I have Bird on my highlights. Outrage. Quake. U-turn. And Fire Punch. So I'm gonna check how much time we have left. And if we have enough time, I'll go over the team now. Okay, so we do have enough time to go over this team. So, we kind of already went over Absol, but not Azelf. So, how you want to play this Azelf is you want to lead, and you want to taunt, so they don't set up their Stealth Rock if they can set up Stealth Rock. If not, you just set up Stealth Rock. However, if they're weak to Fire Blast, you probably want to go ahead and Fire Blast them. In-Power Ground is really only for Heatrans. If you want to go ahead and break a Heatran, you can do that. Just break a Heatran Sugar Berry. I think in Power Ground 2 hit KOs with Sugar Berry and Standard. So, yeah. That's how you play out Azelf. Infernape is the Pokemon that you're going to be using to set up and make it shiny. Because I love Infernape. Let's just pull up the moveset, because I like it better that way. Close Combat for hitting Blissey, Overheat for hitting Scarm, Swords Dance for boosts, Thunder Punch for hitting stuff like Gyarados. Obviously this isn't going to be the only thing you're using your Infernape for. You're going to be hitting a lot of other stuff. Oh yeah, we don't like the, you don't want to use a spread. You want to use 180 attack and 76 special attack, because 76 is enough to KO Scarm. And like Shaman at half HP. Maybe a little over half HP. Metagross. Agility Gross, you need to be sure that all your opponent's phasers are gone, and if you want to set up agility, you want to do straight up damage, that's fine. You can just go in there. But you need to make sure all of their phasers are gone before you set up an agility. Shaman is going to be your special attacker. Seed Flare for stuff that's weak to grass, Hidden Power Fire for stuff like Scizor, Air Slash, as I mentioned earlier, to win one-on-one wars with stuff like fighting types and Heracross and other Shaman. Earth Power is for Heatrans. Moving on to Suicune. You have Suicune Leftovers, Pressure Surf, which is just your damaging attack. Sleep Talk and Rest is so that you never die. You never die. Calm Mind is so you can set up your bulk, and you know, you just kind of sit there until you get critted. You can actually set up Crocoon. You'll be doing really good. And then we have Flygon. Flygon's role, if you know your opponent has something that you don't want to outrage into, you turn instead. You turn. Because they might, like, say you're playing a Pokemon and you outspeed, but they have Metagross in the back. Well, let's say this Pokemon is a Dugtrio with 50%, or with its sash broken. Outrage is going to KO it. But U-turn, and U-turn isn't going to KO it. But this opponent has a Metagross in the back with 50%, Infernape, and you have an Infernape that can easily snipe it. Use U-turn instead. Even if you know your opponent has some kind of steel type, don't use Outrage. Use U-turn, use Fire Punch, use Earthquake, whatever the hell you need to do. And that's about it. Next game I play will probably be the Gen 4 OU demo, or I'll be showing you how to make a Gen 1 UU. So, that will be all for today.